Howdy. Welcome to my shop. My name's Ron and I'll be your host for the next 10 minutes or so. Being a fourth generation carpenter, wood is that's my language. It's my living, it's my hobby, it's my passion. One of those passions is making stocks. I've never had any formal training in this. I just wanted to put a piece of wood on a gun one day, and I seemed like that'd be a pretty unique challenge, so I tried it. And been going at it ever since, but honestly, I owe a lot of my success to my customers, my friends that have suggested this or that, different ways of doing it to produce a better outcome. And so I appreciate them. I owe them a great deal. The finish that I use was suggested by a friend of mine that owns a gun shop in Georgia, a guy named Dan. I've been friends with him for many years, and I owe him for that knowledge. So I don't suggest that my way is the only way. That's just not the case. I picked up my abilities to do this from watching other people and seeing other things and then figuring out how to do that. So it's a process. Some ways are better, cleaner, faster. They require less effort. On and on it goes. And I'm open to learning new and better ways. I'm always looking for that. My grandfather used to say, never let a day go by that you don't learn something. So when I do, I'll often look up, thanks, Pop, because no matter how old you get, you still need to be learning new things. So come on in, see what's going on today. Today I'm starting a checkering pattern on a gun. I didn't make this stock. It came to me, it was already made. It's been probably from the mid to late 60s. I kind of smoothed it up some. It had a few little dings on it. It's a Fajan blank, and then somebody had put it on a 788 Remington. But I had to shorten it a little bit for the customer. This man lives in the Northeast, and it never had been checkered, so I'm checkering it, and I'm putting a pattern on here that I came up with about, I don't know, 7-8 years ago for a man in Kentucky. It just hit me. It almost came to me in my sleep one night, and it's just a really cute little pattern. It's nothing. It's not that hard to make it different from the rest of them, but there's just a little bit of something I add to it that makes it a really attractive, desirable pattern. And this gun was quite a bit heavier out here on the front end. It had a flat bottom on the bottom of it. It was almost like a target rifle, but a 788 and 243 caliber, it really didn't need that much wood on it. So I've slimmed it down, kind of high speed, low drag, and I'm not going to show the entire checkering job because it's boring. But I'm going to show the start of it and towards the end of it. So all I'm doing now is just on a start, after I've laid it out and cut in my master lines and my outlines, then I do my finishing. Now when I start checkering, I just clean out the finish because it's not completely full level to the top, but there's enough in there to be really gunky. We'll lay one. This is a double cutter. It cuts 2 little grooves with every pass. So I'm going to put one cutter in that existing master line, and I'm going to create that second line. It's just a scratch. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. I'm more focused on keeping it straight and even, consistent pressure from the start of that line to the end of that line. Now on this first cut, there's a lot of finish on the surface, and that finish is going to end up in my cutters, and so I end up doing a lot of tapping. If I have to, I have a little bottle of lacquer thinner that I keep down here, and I leave this lid off and just dip it in there about 3-4 seconds, and then you just have to, you know, tap it out of there. So there's a lot of noise and a lot of tapping, a whole lot of tapping going on. It's not unusual in this area where this rounds around, goes that way, and this one comes around this way, and the grain is going straight, to have to go that direction and then turn everything around and go this direction. You can't go against the grain cutting up into that way, and you can't go against the grain cutting up into that way, so you end up having to just flip it around. Either that or you've got a really flat, not much of a dip right here in your stock. One or the other. Alright, that's one pass, lines A and lines B. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip the space of 2 lines. This is 20 lines per inch, so each one of those is a 1/20th of an inch. I'm going to go 1/10 of an inch in here and in here and put a little diamond right there. Do the same thing over here. So I got 6 lines going across, and I'm fixing to make 6 lines starting here and coming back. Now there's my little center diamond. Okay, now I'm going to capture it. I'm going to skip up here 2 lines, and I'm going to bring these 2 lines back in and catch that diamond. So that means I think that one. So cut.